Today on DNVR Buffs Live, we got Rick George, we got Shedeur, we got Mark Vassett, and we finally got Shilo Sanders. A legendary episode coming your way now. Let's go, baby. I can still hear that echoing through here.
Oh, man.
In the words of one Shilo Sanders, this one's going to do numbers.
This one is going to do some numbers, baby. What a day it's been. Day 2 from the Big 12 Media Days out here in Las Vegas. It is DNVR Buffs prime time. What are you laughing at now?
The comments are already on your ass, and it's so funny.
We're fighting comments.
Yeah, it's so great.
We're presented by Circa Resort and Casino. Experience Stadium Swim and watch your favorite teams at Circa Resort and Casino. It is literal heaven. I'm a little sad I'm leaving here just because I'm leaving Circa.
Yeah, man. I would like to compare the energy of the beginning of yesterday's show versus the beginning of today's show. You did bring it with the Buff Nation yesterday, but other than that, we were kind of sad. Like, things didn't really go our way. It wasn't, we had that breakfast.
Yeah.
And just today, it was the opposite. Obviously, it would have been awesome to get Coach Prime, but aside from that, we got Rick George for the first time we've ever had him on the show. We got Shilo for the first time we've ever had him on the show. Everyone was great. We had great interactions. We made some fun kind of content on the side. It was just an awesome day all around. And so credit to Big 12 because we gave some harsh love yesterday.
Yes.
And today I felt like was a really great event.
We knew it was all about today, though.
We did.
And it delivered. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. We are starting off with Colorado Athletic Director Rick George.
This was awesome.
This was incredible. Are you ready? Are we ready?
Are we ready? All right, send it.
Now. Rick George at Big 12 Media Days. Back in the Big 12. Welcome back.
Back in the Big 12. We're excited about it. It's going to be great.
Love it, man.
It's great to have you, Rick, man. This is long overdue. And I feel like we have to start by just saying thank you. I mean, all the different moves that you've made to make us be right here at this time, man. It's been impressive, and congratulations on all the success you've had.
Thanks. I'm just excited to go back home where I started. Back in the '80s and late '80s, early '90s, with Bill McCartney being in Colorado and being in the Big 12 and. Coming back home is the way I kind of feel about it. Is it's a great place for us to be, and it really is going to bode well for our future.
I saw the logo, the Big 12 logo, finally on the jersey, and I was like, man, that just feels right. When you think back to those days, of the Big 12, what do you remember, and what kind of excites you about getting back to this conference? At least from a football perspective.
Well, look, I think the fans every game that we'll play. In football, men's basketball will be packed. Yep. And so playing in front of packed crowds is something that, when we used to go to Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, and, the crowds were always huge. And that's how it's going to be. I mean, all these stadiums are sold out. I mean, and then you go into the basketball gym, and this conference has evolved to be the number one basketball conference in the NCAA, and to play in that and play in front of packed gyms when we go on the road, it's going to be exciting. And I know that, based on my peers in the Big 12, that they're going to travel. Their fans are going to come to Boulder. They're not going to be able to get tickets because they're all going to be sold out. Actually, we went on sale this morning with student tickets, and
I'm sure they'll be
sold out pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, that first game last year against TCU is kind of a little bit of a taste of what's to come with coming back to the Big 12.
Yeah, it is. And look, I just talked with the UCF athletic director this morning, and he was telling me they're sold out for our game that's there. And, every game that we go to will be sold out. And, that's a lot of fun, to have the experience of playing in front of that. And it'll prepare us for the bowl or the CFP playoff later in the year, because I think our expectations are pretty high about what we're going to do this year.
Yes, sir. Let's start with Coach Prime. I mean, since you brought him here, all he's done is rave about the relationship that you were able to build with him. Where do you guys stand now, entering year 2? Like, how far down is that relationship gone?
As of an hour ago, we're good.
Yeah.
No, he's great. He does what he says he's going to do. And, a lot of people were surprised the way he went about the roster changes and the different things that he did. But that's what he told me in his home. He told me, here's what I'm going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. In time, it'll change. But he's delivered on what he said he's going to do. And the thing I love about it is his guys are disciplined. And I know discipline with character is a really important trait for him. But, to have our best GPAs in our history in football under his leadership with the guys that have transferred in and out, it says a lot about, what his objectives are. And the football stuff is all going to be there. And, I'm kind of with him. Last year was the hope year, and this year's an expectation year. And we expect to be really good. And look, I love what he's doing, and I love how he's doing it and the way he's developing young men. And that's what it's all about, being a head coach.
I'm kind of a big believer that college football is all about windows. You get, time to strike when the iron's hot. And, when you have a big senior class or you have, a great senior quarterback. And it feels like this is one of those windows. Also, you have seen firsthand what a championship football team looks like. Do you think that this team has what it takes? Yeah,
I do. And again, last year, we went from 1 wins to 4 wins, and we were in every game. I mean, almost all of them were one-score games, other than Oregon and I think Washington State. And so this year's different. We've got depth, and I think last year was really helpful as we were looking at our roster. But going into this year, we knew exactly what we needed. We knew what kind of depth we needed. We knew what kind of edge rushers that we wanted. And, having Pat Shurmur and a Rob Livingstone is going to be a superstar in this business as a defensive coordinator. And so I think having both of them, as our coordinators, I think is really good. And I love the way Deion does it. He coaches, but he also lets those guys do their thing. And they've got talent. I've seen them work out this summer, and it's going to be a really good football team.
Just going back to when you were talking about Coach and how he kind of does what he says and what he does with the players, not just on the field but off the field. Lots of things have been said off the field, about this program over this offseason and stuff. Just your reaction when you hear those things, because you see the interactions that he has with these players on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, look, I mean, Deion, he treats the players the way they want to be treated. And I think the players have a ton of respect for him because he does what he says he's going to do, and he holds them accountable. And that's part of it. If you talk about accountability and you don't hold them accountable, that's when, you get guys that kind of get off the reservation a little bit. And, he's really done a great job of engaging and interacting with these guys. They bought into where he wants this program to go. And I don't pay attention to all the noise. If I paid attention to all the noise, that's all I'd do. And, look, I say it this way. It's you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between.
Right.
And we got more that love it than hate it. But those that want to talk about negative things, they're going to do it, and let them go. Because I know what we have, I know what we're doing, I know how we're doing it, and I feel really good about where this program's going.
Love it.
You've got a sweet new toy at Folsom Field with the new
oh, God, my goodness,
board.
That video board. I was sitting in my office, and I didn't realize that they had turned it on, and I'm on the 5th floor, and I looked down south from the end zone, and I looked out there when they had this thing going. I mean, it was like I was 5 feet away from it. It was picture perfect. I mean, it's unbelievable. Wait till you see that board. I mean, I can sit there and watch the Masters golf tournament. I'm going to tell them to turn it on during the day. Or, I mean, there's so many things you can do with that. The other thing that's awesome about that is, one, we haven't seen the ribbon board on yet.
Right.
But, I mean, it's gonna change the atmosphere in Folsom Field. And then on the backside, I mean, we can message people. They can watch the game. If you can't get in the game, tailgating on Colorado Boulevard and sit out there and drink your beer and watch the game on TV because you're not going to get that good of a screen at home.
I was thinking it would be cool for, all the students that want to go, for the ones who can't get in, to be out there and, kind of have like a little party out there while they watch. Also, I was going to ask if Jake and I can play the new college football video game on the screen.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, this thing, I mean, seriously, this board is off the charts. It really is. Our fans are going to love it, and I'm glad that, the regents, the chancellor, and the campus really supported us on this endeavor.
That's awesome. Of course, I have to ask, what's next when it comes to upgrading Folsom, and, what are your plans for that?
Yeah, look, I mean, our focus right now is to focus on what's ahead on what college athletics looks like, and we're focused on that on because everything the NCAA's historically done, we've met that moment. If you think about unlimited meals when that came out, if you think about full cost of attendance, then you got the Alston. We've always participated at the highest level, and that's what we're going to do at Colorado. What we're doing now is saying, okay, here's the goal. Now, how are we going to get there? And we're working through that. And fortunately, we have a year to get that figured out. But I feel really good about what that's going to look like moving forward. But that's kind of where we're focusing our energy right now is, figuring out what's best for Colorado and how does this position us for the next 5 to 10 years, because it's about positioning as well.
Last one just on Folsom. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But I didn't answer your question.
You didn't.
So the west side is something. Yeah, I know, right? We want to fix the west side.
Okay.
I mean, that's something that we need to do. I'd love to do it in partnership with the university and create some classroom space, but also have a thoroughfare for students during the day where they can pick up a Starbucks as they walk through the new renovated Balch Fieldhouse and have some quick service restaurants in there, and then have some study areas, have a club on the second floor that our faculty can use on a daily basis. And then have some suites and some premium seats and a club, and I think there's a lot we can do with that. I think it will help us generate additional revenue in the future, and we all know Balch Fieldhouse is tired and it needs work, but
it has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, look, we want to fix it, we want to make it better, and then then after that, somebody will be working on the event center.
All right. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys worked on the sound system last year, right?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay. Were you
I think
happy
this
with
will
how
help
that?
it. I've heard different things from different fans. If you're right underneath the north side board, it's really loud, and the sound really doesn't carry. So that's something we'll tweak and we'll look at. But I think this board will help us.
Awesome.
With college football just moving forward, going into this revenue sharing era, and just the gears are still turning, it feels like. What are the challenges that you think you'll face with that, and ultimately, where do you think this thing is headed in terms of the direction of college football?
Well, look, college football is the driving force behind all this, and so we've got to make sure that our football program's elite, and we'll focus on that. And we've got to get our fans to rally behind this. If they want a great program, we need their help. We need the businesses' help in Boulder and Denver. And we all need to come together because it's about resources and being able to build the kind of programs that we want in all of our sports. But it starts with football. They're 70% of our revenue. We got to make sure that football's great again.
All right, there he is, Rick George. Thank you so much, man. This is
you,
long
guys.
overdue. And
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
On behalf of Buff Nation, just thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
There it is.
There it is. Smash the like button.
Please.
I love when you say that. This is one of our biggest shows ever. We gotta just blow up the like button.
Yeah, great to finally get Rick on the show. I think we learned a lot.
Yeah, what was your main takeaway?
Oh, man. I don't know. He just seems so calm and just collected, and just he's so I think, happy with where this football program and university is right now.
My biggest takeaway, honestly, didn't necessarily have anything to do with what he said. Rick looks so young.
Yeah.
He legitimately looks so refreshed. And I've said this before about like a coach or a player. Honestly, I think we said it about Shedeur before last year's TCU game. It was like he's so calm right now.
Right.
I think Rick George feels so calm and so confident in what this team is about to do on the field and just where the program is, where the athletic department is as a whole. It's just really nice to see, honestly, as someone who's been a fan of Rick George since he got to Colorado, and he's been through some ups and downs and really fought. And one of the things that I think about a lot is Coach Prime essentially talking about why he chose to come to Colorado and his relationship with Rick George. And he just said Rick George loves this university so much, and he wanted to do anything to make sure that he leaves it in a great place when his legacy is written. And I almost feel like I can see like a weight that lifted off of his shoulders.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
and it's special.
Well, dude, my first year, it was 2022 when they were dead awful, dead last in almost everything in college football, 1-11, of course. And I remember that press conference after they fired Carl Durrell and how, Rick stood in there. He faced the fire, man, but you could see he was feeling the stress and pressure.
Yeah, and people were calling for his job left and right.
Yep.
I didn't think he needed to be fired.
Right.
He had made 2 football hires. One at the time was considered such a good hire that another team paid that coach $100 million to leave.
Yep.
Of course, that was Mel Tucker. And the second one was Carl Durrell, where Mel Tucker dealt Rick George a really shitty hand, and he did what he did with it. But I didn't think that was such an indictment on Rick as much as an indictment on the situation. Anyways, last thing on that. When we went up to Rick and just started talking to him, it was just like he was just so calm, hanging out, and then we're like, you want to come on the show? He's like, yeah, sure, when? You want to do it right now? We're like, okay, yeah. It was just, it's great to see. And also excited for, I think is that the first time we've gotten some details on the planned expansion of the west side of Folsom, talking about how students could walk through it and go through some businesses in there. That sounded really cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's the first time I've heard that. We've theorized that the west side of the stadium is going to be next and all this, and I think they've even mentioned it a few times, but not to that extent. Yeah. So some new information for CU campus.
Absolutely. And I know everyone really wanted to ask about the sound system, so I did it.
Man of the people. Lucy Nicotine. Shout out to our friends. Essential out here in Colorado.
Go for one right now.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, not in Colorado.
I'm already back there. I'm trying. I'm so close.
You are. Close. I keep forgetting that you guys are leaving after this. Kind of sad.
Yeah, we kind of got a haul as soon as this show is done.
Oh, really?
8:10.
Ah, you're fine. What are you talking about, please?
Well, you're going to stress me out, so I'm definitely going to need a Lucy Nicotine in the near future. Other nicotine pouches are becoming harder to come by. Hit up our friends over at Lucy and get it's delicious, actually. It tastes really good, the nicotine pouches. Some of the other companies not really figured that out yet.
No, it's chemically.
Yeah, Lucy's got it figured out. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/ I don't have the code. This is my bad. Buffs, BUFFS, and use promo code Buffs, BUFFS, to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy. If you change your mind, that's lucy.co and use code Buffs, BUFFS, to get 20% off and free shipping. Here's the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, and order is age verified.
All right, also shout out to Toyota. Love my Toyota. Love their support of us. The first ever sponsor of our studio. I miss our studio.
Yeah, me too.
But just shout out to Toyota. They get me to and from that same studio every single day. And they have great customer service. They take great care of your car when you bring it in to get serviced. I can't say enough nice things about Toyota and what they do for their customers. And it starts, obviously, with the quality of cars. I'm a Toyota user for life. I'm locked in. I've got my RAV4. I want my 4Runner. I might even want like, a Tundra or something at some point. Just going to be a Toyota guy from here on out. So shout out to Toyota. And if you're in Colorado, make sure you check out your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR.
All right, plenty more to get to. Next we have –
Well, hold on.
Okay.
A million questions about Travis.
Yes.
Travis didn't make the trip.
Yeah.
That's all we know so far.
That's it. So he was on the schedule. He wasn't here. That's all I can tell you.
And I've said it a million times about Travis. Not his thing.
No, we knew that. We've known that.
And I've also said sometimes if you want to build a Heisman campaign, you kind of have to play the game a little bit. So if there's any takeaway, that's just one for me where it's just like, I don't need Travis to do media. Mm-hmm. Obviously he streams. Like, you can find Travis if you're trying to find him. But I will say there is something to be said for playing the game, doing the sit-down interview with the annoying national media member who's going to write a nice column about you because you gave him 30 minutes or whatever. Like, there is a little bit to that. But I will say, everyone always told that to Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
And he was like, I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. And then he won 3 MVPs. So you don't have to, but it does help.
That's what I was going to say. That's the solution. Just go ball out.
Yeah, exactly. Leave no doubt.
Yeah, become the undisputed best player in college football, and that'll take care of itself.
But it's okay. It's okay that Travis wasn't here.
What else did you want to answer?
I think that was it.
You said there were a few questions.
I don't think I said that.
All right.
Yeah, I said a lot of people were asking about Travis.
Next is Shedeur. 2, QB1, the best quarterback in college football. What else did I miss?
I just have to say about Shedeur, man, he is so cool with us especially. Like, when we were talking earlier about the show and creating a headline and who we might have and whatever, I was just like, the one person I know we can count on that we're definitely going to get is Shedeur.
Yep.
And that was before talking to him, seeing him. I just know that's kind of how he rolls, and it's something I really, really appreciate about him.
All right. Here he is, QB1, Shedeur Sanders.
One?
I was going to say, officially a friend of the program.
Yes.
Shedeur Sanders.
Like fourth. Just like fourth, fifth.
Yeah, you came in after the spring game, too.
Yeah.
First one was last year at Media Days.
Yep.
Yeah, but then it was
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. I was
Yep.
like, was the Super Bowl? Yeah.
Yep. Well, what's up, man? How's
Man,
the
chilling.
off season been treating you?
Pretty good. Yeah, off season been fun. Really hanging with the linemen.
Yeah.
Really chilling, having fun, working out, improving. Team feels good though. Team, it's more of a family. It's no hating. It's no anything anymore. Like, it's more of just a big family.
All right, so 93 overall.
Yeah.
But highest rated quarterback. How are we feeling? Is 93 high enough, or is it okay because we're the highest rated quarterback?
Nah, I feel like that's true. Best quarterback in college football, without a doubt. I'm excited. The game's coming out. I seen myself on there earlier. I feel like they left off the arm sleeve accessory, and that's traditional.
Essential, yeah.
That's the need. I haven't played with a sleeve on, and I don't know when. But they may have got it from that game. Was it Colorado State? Nah, maybe, where they ripped my sleeve off mid-game.
Yep.
It was one of those games, so I'm like, they could have got a picture from that or something.
Did you get to see, like, your arm strength or any of that yet?
I mean, overall strength, I was stronger than Shilo, so I was like, yeah. So it was definitely a brotherly competition. I was stronger than him, so it was cool.
All right.
Do you have the numbers or no?
Well, no, I didn't see, because we got to see, like, overall strength, but I didn't get to see, like, arm strength or, like, if they got your throwing motion right.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't really care about all that, like care about those statistics, because it just depends on how the player moves, like, when he's out there, you know. So, and everybody's going to feel their own biased way about it, about different things. So I'm just happy the game's coming out and everybody's able to enjoy it. And the legacy and everything will continue through the game.
Love it. You got your what they call it in the game, the ice flex or something.
Yeah, wrist up.
Yep.
Show your ice.
I love it.
I love it.
Definitely Colorado only thing.
Yes, sir. So Big 12 Media,
Yeah.
they vote you guys 11th place,
Mhm.
but they make you preseason first team all Big 12 quarterback.
Mhm.
I'm just curious, how does that work out? Usually when you have the best quarterback, you're going to win games, but they voted you guys 11th.
I don't know. They say a lot of things. The media says a lot of things that's not true, but we don't really pay attention to, what their say is.
Mm-hmm.
They don't dictate on any of our lives. They don't help any of us in any way. So it's like, why would we care about what they're saying?
On a football note, I've been wanting to ask you about this for a while now. The helmet communications and the tablets.
Yeah.
You're a guy who thrives off of information. The more information you can get, the better. How much is that going to help you?
I feel like it'll help tremendous because I'll be able to really get a full scan of, okay, this corner's playing this way, this linebacker's doing this when he blitz. Like, there's more details, and I feel like it's the perfect scenario because that's all I needed is the details, and then we'll be out there and we'll figure it out. We'll get it right. But when you're a quarterback, you're only able to see one side of the field majority of the time. Like, just how it gets out his breaks, just depending on the read and everything. So you're not really able to see, okay, when ball's gone, was that receiver open? Was he? And you got some receivers saying, they was open and it wasn't, So it's able – I feel like it's going to help me stay true to my game and really understand and really take advantage of teams.
Have you had a chance to work with that yet at practice and just see just with the tablets or anything?
No,
we
never got the tablets yet. We definitely had the helmet communicators, and it's so much easy. It's so much easier, but you're gonna go home with a headache. Is one of the pros and cons with it. It just feels like scramble in your mind. Like,
well, I got this guy talking in my ears all day. So.
Definitely. Imagine like this, but turned up 4 notches. And then they're going to repeat everything twice.
Yeah. They're just screaming a play call in your ear.
Twice, yeah.
You mentioned your new linemen, but you guys got even more receivers coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Just joining LeJohntay, Travis, all those guys. What have you seen from Will, Cordell, Cam Michael, all those new guys?
I feel like everybody has a piece of the puzzle. That's how I got to be. You can't have too many guys that do the same thing great. You got to have guys that are better in other areas than some people are not. So I feel like all the receivers complement each other. They all have different parts and pieces of the game that we'll be able to expose and we'll be able to showcase on the first game.
You had a legendary photo come out recently with Juju Lewis. I'm just curious kind of how that came about and what you thought of how it turned out.
I liked how it turned out, but I wish I would have known about it. I would have brought my I only had my Tesla key on me, so it was like I'm handing him a car. So I wish I had my lamb truck with my Rolls Royce key. Yeah.
What have you been rolling around in the most right now? Because you got the new Cybertruck and all that.
Yeah, I mean, recently, really my TRX truck. Shout out Truck Ranch for blessing us and being able to, just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great company. They take care of us. They do almost everything when it comes to trucks, and that's something I really wanted. So it made everything come true. Really like a birthday gift. So I was very appreciative of that.
There you go. Happy birthday, bro. With Tyler, I want to ask you about Tyler Brown because we talked to Coach Lodeholt, or talked to Neely, who said he talked to Coach Lodeholt, said he was the strongest player he's ever seen.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him just, coming back from,
Tyler,
being ineligible?
Tyler, he's a monster. He's a different guy. He's on a different level. Has all this built up and just can't wait. He's a guy that cares, that really would do anything for me, So it's like you surround yourself by a lot of guys that not like that really love you off the field in general, and it's just like a real family, Like it's nothing we can't share with each other that we feel like we can't share with anybody else. So I feel like it's just a whole different bond between us, a whole different type of care, it's a whole different trust with those guys, and I'm just ready. I'm just ready for it.
Yeah, how do you feel about just where you guys are, or I should say they are, as a unit, that offensive line, and just, about, 2 months away from kickoff?
Yeah, really it feels really 1 month almost.
Yeah.
We got like a couple of weeks then. It's going to go by real fast. But I feel like as a team we're in a great space. We're way in a way better place mentally, physically than we were last year. I'm myself better than I was last year, so that's already an improvement. I know everybody. You got Travis, you got LeJohntay, you got Will, you got Jimmy, you got Terrell, you got Caleb, you got like the list goes on.
Yep,
you got Draylon, you got Cam, Mikhail. What else I'm missing? There's a lot of names. There's a lot of names.
Yeah.
I said LeJohntay.
Did you say Cordell?
Cordell. Yeah, that's a big one. Cordell's funny. That's my guy. Cordell's my guy. Amarion.
Yep.
Aside, like everybody's a way better version of themselves than it was last year. We're able to talk about things and connect on things and be able to watch film with each other and understand. So by the time we get off this next break, then it's full grind, full seriousness when it comes to, film, everything like that, because it's a countdown.
Yes, sir.
You said you're better. Where? How?
Everywhere. Footwork way better. The only reason why footwork got bad is because you get hit 50 sometimes. So
Yep.
That's why I don't listen to politics or criticism, because it's like, let me put you back there and let you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or put any other quarterback in the country in this situation. Let's see how his footwork is. Like, let's see how everything is, because they don't know. Like sometimes it's. I don't know. It was a real stressful season last year. Like, it really was. So football brings me joy.
Yep.
I feel like I'm having fun again.
Love it, man.
Love
Anything
that.
else?
No, man, just thanks for coming on the show, even though we didn't make it to your concert.
Look, this was crazy. Hey, this was crazy. And that's why sometimes we just don't say nothing back in the media and stuff. Right? I didn't even know I was going to perform. We was playing around, joking about it on the way there. Dad and them was already there. Nobody knew we was going to perform. I didn't know. 5 minutes before, I'm like, hey, let's perform the song. They made me mad because they messed up the lights. So nobody know who was performing because the lights was on the crowd.
Yeah.
The lights was on the crowd and it was on the stage. So it was like it blinded them because they didn't know who was up there. They only could just hear.
It was probably your necklace that blinded them.
I didn't even. No, I did have on my chain today. I did have on my chain. But other than that, what was crazy is nobody knew we was performing. Me and Bucky just thought, just do it. 3 minutes before, we was like, okay, Wayne's about to perform. Let's perform. Because we didn't see Boss Man D-Lo or anything because we got there a little late. We was doing something, but that's what was crazy. Like, nobody knew he was going to perform. I didn't know I was going to perform. I was just like, Deion Jr., he was going to get on stage and do a song. But he wanted me up there. So I was like, I don't care. I'll get up there and do it. Like, I just don't care. I like having fun in life and not really be overthinking about things. Like, just having fun, being able to look back at things 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and be like, dang, I was able to do that. So I feel whole and I feel accomplished on the inside.
Awesome, man. Great
Love it,
place
man.
to leave it.
Yeah.
We know what's about to happen this year. We're very excited for what's about to
So all y'all going to be able to talk however y'all want to talk.
happen.
Y'all going to be able to show everybody it's something different coming this year.
Yes, sir.
All right, there he is.
Yes, sir. Thank
Shedeur
you.
Sanders.
Thank you.
There we are.
Best quarterback in college football.
Yes, sir. I mean, I guess I'll go to another non-verbal takeaway.
Uh-huh.
Shedeur looks big.
Coach Mo, man.
Yes,
I'm telling
dude.
you.
He looks really big. There's one, I don't know, man. The way that just his presence is right now.
Yeah.
And I think, remember when Coach Prime said, don't let me get comfortable, or I'm about to get comfortable.
Yep.
He's comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Coach is, and so is Shedeur.
Well, you noticed it at the Super Bowl, though, but it's
Yep.
like even more so
Even
now.
more. Yeah, I think that there's a true – what did he say? He said last year was stressful, right?
Yeah.
And you could feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And even leading up to the season, we didn't know Shedeur as well, so it was hard to I think he was really, really confident going into the TCU game.
Yeah.
But
sure.
there was still there's still a lot of moving pieces in his life and all of their lives, obviously, as they're getting used to Colorado and just the situation and trying to learn the team and build a whole team together. Right now, it just feels like it's get us to the season.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he's obviously the leader of the team. So I think that the feeling that we've been trying to describe of this offseason of how everyone is so together, just the bond that this team is showing, it of course starts with Coach Prime, but it permeates from Coach Prime to Shedeur through the rest of the team. And I think you really get that, especially from these interviews, just how calm he is.
Yep, absolutely. Also, the whole –
I missed it.
what? I said that Shedeur looks big. I don't know. You guys are just – you got to get your mind out of the gutter. There's a bunch of Neelys in the chat.
Chad is unreal right now.
Yeah, man. He's going to put on a show this year.
Cannot wait. And is the highest rated quarterback in EA college football.
He is. Still too low, though.
Yep.
Needed to be at least a 95.
How Travis is not a 99 is insane.
I mean, at least tied for highest. That's where Travis should be.
Highest player in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's no 99s.
No, I know.
Yep.
Well, didn't they put Will Johnson over him too, though?
They did. Yep. But Shedeur's the highest rated quarterback, and Travis is the highest rated wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take it.
Stay tuned.
We'll settle.
Should we hit this last break before we get to Shilo?
And Mark?
I just didn't know which one was first.
Yes,
of
Shilo.
course. Shilo and Mark. And mate. Shout out to our friends over at BetterHelp. We are going to eliminate the stigma around talking about mental health here on this show with our friends at BetterHelp. Maybe you came to Vegas and you sinned in Sin City. You go home, you got to repent. You got to talk to someone. Hit up our friends at BetterHelp.
The anxiety is real.
The anxiety. It's all online. They match you with a licensed therapist. It can match up with your schedule. You can change therapists whenever you want. All you need to do, fill out a brief questionnaire, and then get matched with your therapist and switch anytime for no additional charge. Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not. Visit BetterHelp.com/DNVR today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DNVR.
Also, check out our friends over at Bet365. Is this going to work? I want to go on to Bet365 and look at something for you guys right now, so bear with me for just 1 second. Colorado. Let's see. Football. Big 12 championship. Colorado to win the conference. Plus 2,800. I recommend that bet. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would just recommend making that. You know, we've seen all the players here. I will say that Teterow and McMillan, other than Shedeur, looks like the most NFL-ready prospect I saw here.
He is a beast.
Ollie Gordon, obviously impressive,
Ollie
too.
Gordon's massive,
But
yeah.
Colorado plus 2,800 on Bet365 to win the conference right now. If I were you, I would go just sprinkle that.
Well, we've got a deal here for you to get you some extra money, too.
That is true. You can deposit $10.
Yep.
Bet 5 of those $10 and get $150 in bonus bets when you sign up with the code DNVR365 over at Bet365. Please gamble responsibly, and if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, DNVR365 to sign up and deposit $10 to activate the bet and get offer.
All of that stuff. Big 12 title. I think, are they still 6.5-point dogs to Nebraska for some reason and stuff like that?
Let me see. Here on Bet365, we're just getting one line here, which is Colorado versus North Dakota State. But that has moved.
2?
Now it's Colorado minus 8.5. Still too low in my opinion, but it opened at 7.
Yeah.
So it's moving towards the Buffs.
Mm-hmm. How high does it go?
I think by game time, it probably gets around 13.5.
I can see that. Stay tuned. Get in on it now.
What was that?
Stay tuned. I don't know.
It's very radio-y of you. Being on Radio Roast changed you, bro.
I guess so. I am beyond exhausted. I am ready to get out of here.
Yeah. Yep. Vegas and work. Why do we always have to work when we're here? They don't mix together well.
I'm kind of glad this is the last time we do this for about a year.
That's true. Oh, that's kind of sad.
It is sad. Maybe, no, because, Big 12 basketball is in Kansas City.
Yep. And then, but maybe we'll be back for a Broncos game or something. Anyways.
Oh, that'd be lit. All right.
Everyone is waiting for this.
Yes, I
next
know.
one.
Shilo? All right. Throw it up. Shilo
Finally,
Sanders.
we got Shilo. It was awesome. He walked off the stage, and he was told, you can be done with media now. And he was like, cool, I want to go home. And then he saw us. He's like, all right, I'll do it. I was like, thank God.
Legendary.
So we got him.
You ready?
Yes, I'll be back. Okay.
Shortly.
We got him, guys.
Finally.
Finally got him.
Big 2-1.
Headache Gang CEO in the building on the show. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
Can't complain, man. Happy to be out here. It's not 120 degrees inside, so I'm okay.
Have y'all been like kind of bored lately though? This off season.
We miss football
Yes.
big time.
Yeah.
We
I can imagine.
We need this college football video game to drop to at least give us a little sneak peek.
It's cool. I played it.
Mark told us you hit sticked him with yourself on the sideline.
I did. I didn't even know that was going to happen. Like, they had to put my attributes high because I just ran up there like how I run in real life, and then it just happened. But that's how it goes in real life, though.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Did you see that they misspelled your name?
On what?
On they had like a little locker insert thing?
Oh, yeah. Nobody cared about that little locker. They did. They spelled my name right on everything else but that locker, so nobody's seen that locker.
Does that happen a lot? People put the H at the end of your name?
It's a Bible name, so that's how it is in the Bible.
Okay, makes sense then.
But it's better than people saying Shedeur.
Yeah.
He hates when people say Shedeur. It's Shedeur.
That's a rough one.
Sh and door, not Shedeur. He hates that, though.
Well, what's it been like getting to know your new teammates, man? Obviously, a lot of new guys, new coach, all kinds of stuff going on.
It's been great just seeing, like, what we could really do this season and who we got and guys I can rely on. I could already tell right now it's going to be a great year.
You were talking over there just about being able to, like, see in your teammates' eyes who has quit in them, who kind of has fight in them. Does it feel like there is a influx of guys who just have that, like, kind of have the dog, like, that fight?
For sure, because they know the expectation, and we know the expectation, what we need to win, because we just did it last year. We lost, but we was close, so we know what we need to get over that hump. In reality, it comes down to 3 or 4 plays a game. Like, y'all don't even know that. 3 or 4 plays a game. That changed the whole game.
Well, we've been talking about that when it comes to sacks on both sides of the ball with this team.
Yep.
Shedeur gets sacked half as less. You guys have, you only had 27 sacks last year. That goes
Penalties.
up. Yeah, that too.
Like, Coach David Kelly, he's like stat guy. He knows about all the stats. He pulled up, and we had so many penalties, it was crazy. So having a team that's, disciplined, that's important. You just have to have guys that care about it, though. Mm-hmm. They care about actually going out there and doing their job. They care about having better for themselves. Like me and Shedeur, you can say, oh, y'all, money this, money that, y'all dad. Bro, we don't think like that. Our dad is cheap. He don't give us no money. and it's just like if we want a certain lifestyle, we got to make it happen for ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we out there grinding. But there's a lot of guys